Hey guys, Brian Logue here from sixhatsrecording.com. Today we're putting on all of our hats. For me, it started 20 years ago with this Tascam 4-track tape recorder machine. I just wanted to get my ideas down, and then I added a few extra overdubs and started giving tapes away to my friends. And what a long way we've come with digital media these days, with Pro Tools, Logic, different DAWs on our computer, interface, a microphone, and a living room. You can make a record. And so that's what this website, this YouTube channel is dedicated to, is helping the songwriter release and share their music with the world and be able to do it themselves. So we're going to look at the 6 different hats that you have to wear in this process as you move along from songwriter to actually releasing your music to the digital world. The first hat is songwriter. The song has got to be good. If it's not a good song, good production, good recording is not going to fix it. The song has to be good. So we're going to talk from time to time about how to make your song pop, how to make it solid, how to make it listenable, and for people to engage with it. And we're also going to throw in from time to time how to be a better performer and a singer-songwriter out in the world, and how technology can help you with that. The next hat that we're going to put on is the producer hat. So once you've written your song and you're confident with it and you're ready to record it, you can't just hit record. You've got to produce it. You've got to have a plan of attack and a vision for what the song is going to sound like. And producing the song is really about establishing that vision and committing to it, and deciding on the style and the vibe of what it's going to feel like. Otherwise, you're just going to get caught in the trap of doing overdub after overdub after overdub, trying to make the song sound better because you didn't have a vision going in. So the producer is all about establishing vision. So once we've written the song and we decided how we want to produce it, the next hat to put on is the recording engineer hat. This is about microphone placement, different pieces of equipment that you can use to get a good sound, and how to get the best sound going in that you possibly can. Because once you are done recording and you take off that hat and put on your next hat of the editing hat, if you didn't have a good source going in, it's going to make editing that much more difficult. Editing is an art to make your song feel like it flows. When you're doing overdubs and actually piecing those overdubs together, good editing is going to make it sound seamless, like it was one take from beginning to end. If you had to do 4 or 5 vocal takes to get your lead vocal on tape, you don't want it to sound like it was pieced together in the end. So we're going to be looking at some editing techniques to help the process sound seamless on the back end. The next hat that you put on is your mixing engineer hat. You've written the song, you've produced it, you've recorded it, you've edited it, now you're mixing it. Mixing is about balance and getting the track to fit together, to sound good, and to get as many as 40 to 50 to 60 tracks of overdubs down to 2, stereo right and left. That's an art form. You only have so much dynamic bandwidth to work with, and mixing is about getting all of that information cohesively put together into 2 tracks. The next hat after that is the mastering hat. Mastering is taking those 2 tracks you've mixed everything down to and getting it to sound radio ready. Of course, loudness, you want your track to be loud like everything else that's out there in the world on CDs and on iTunes. But more than that, it's got to sound fresh and bright and have the right amount of punch and dynamics to it. So we will be looking at how to master your own music. And you know, a lot of people say don't master your own music. You can do all of those phases yourself, songwriting through mixing, but when you get to mastering, send it out to somebody else for an extra pair of ears. I'm going to show you guys as we move along through this channel ways to master your music yourself and have it sound good. So the main thing to remember as you're moving through the process from songwriting to mastering, when you take off that hat and you put on the next one, you have to commit. You can't get to the editing phase and decide you don't like the arrangement and want to go back to the songwriter phase and rearrange the song. It's too late. So the main thing to do is commit, 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 And once you get to the end, of course, and you've released it out into the world onto iTunes, you're ultimately committed to it. You don't want to be pulling your music down and trying to remix and remaster and re-release. Your audience, your fans just won't like it. They won't follow you. So the 6 hats are all about laying out a plan and committing to it. And as we move through these 6 hats, as we journey together through this process, we'll show you a lot of tips and tricks along the way to get the most out of each hat. So I hope this helps you guys out, and hope you hang around and stick around in the future as we explore this together. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments or hit me up on the website, and we'll try and address those as well. We appreciate the likes, we appreciate the shares, and I personally appreciate all of your encouragement. So thank you very much, and we'll see you soon.